Hello there, fellow collectors. What is going on? It is Evil Sneaker here, back with another episode of Revenge of the 6th. Bring in that Sunday night heat, baby. Wanted to do a Sunday stream. I'm off tomorrow because it's President's Day, so no work for me tomorrow. Wanted to do a stream for you guys and give my thoughts on a couple things that have been one announcement, one release, some exciting stuff to talk about. So wanted to hop on. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I already see some people here in the chat. I will get to addressing you all in a minute. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Right off the bat, there's some stuff going on that I just want to talk about real quick. I'm going to be doing, I made a post on Instagram and on YouTube as well. I'm going to be doing a members only giveaway for the channel members who join the Evil Empire. Beginning of March, you have through the month of February to join. So if you are interested, the winner will get a $25 gift, or I guess gift card, or you could call it store credit to Underground Figures. I'll do a live stream sometime in the beginning of March with a wheel spin to determine the winner. If you're outside of the US, we'll come up with something that's $25, something that'll work for somebody outside of the US that's not Underground Figures. But that is coming up. So if you would like to join in on the giveaway, you can join my channel membership. Join the Evil Empire if you are interested for $2.99 USD, and you'll be entered in automatically if you join in the month of February. So I just wanted to do that. Thank you so much to Underground Figures again for doing another giveaway for the channel. Speaking of them, you guys know I always promote Underground Figures, company that I'm partnered with. Let me see if I can switch my scene here because I wanted to just pull up their website real quick. Underground Figures, great company. I buy most of my stuff from them. You get 5% off MSRP of Sideshow's price, and then usually you don't pay tax, depending on, I don't think you really pay tax. I don't know if it's dependent on state, but you probably don't have to. They double box all shipments free of charge. Ray's the owner. He's just a great dude, great customer service. I have not had any issues ever. I actually have had a couple issues with some figures, and he has taken care of it right away, basically. So go check them out. And I just want to highlight, there's some stuff on here that I know has been sold out for a while. The Bat Cycle's on here. And I think too, if I go to the Batman, I think he's still got, yes. So there's if you're looking for the Batman figure, cause I know it's been sold out, he hasn't got his allotment yet cause he gets his stuff from Sideshow, but he has some deluxe Batman still available for pre-order. There's Bat Signal still up. Bane is still up. Catwoman's still up if you're looking for some of those figures. So there's some really good stuff that is still up, Batman related, on the website. So guys, go check out Underground Figures. And like I said, if you're interested in potentially winning $25 in the beginning of March, consider joining the channel. All right, I'll bring us back here. Let me address the chat because I know there's a bunch of you guys in here. Like I said, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Let's see here who we got. Funky Cold Santa's in the house. I feel freaking evil now using that. I see him using like this purple face emoji. Unfortunately, the program doesn't show it, but Funky Cold Santa, thank you so much for being here, bro. Love the name and also love the Jesse profile picture or logo. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Movie Canon is in the house with the strength emoji. What is up? A channel member. Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. Universal Key is in the house. Evening, everyone. Team Cap, let's go with the Captain America shield. And then let me just check something real quick. I just want to make sure I can hear music with the Captain America shield. You guys can let me know if you hear music on your end, but let me turn it up a little bit. You should hear it. But yeah, let's go. Team Cap, baby. How Ya Figure is in the house, smashing those strength emotes as well. Another channel member. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Mike Pause Literus, another channel member, is in the house saying hello to the people, smashing his favorite emoji to use, the Grail emoji. We got another channel member in the house, good old Spotchka. What is up, bro? Always a pleasure to see you, and I love the new logo, bro. If you haven't already, guys, go check out good old Spotchka. Just super talented with his art and stuff, and he's the one that has made both of my logos since I've kind of evolved on YouTube with my logo. Spotchka has been the one that's made both of those for me, so greatly appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for being here as well. Another channel member. Renz Tolentino is here. Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday, Renz. Thank you so much. Again, a person that I know of. I've seen him on a couple of my streams, but he also just phenomenal art. Go check him out. I just think of that one, the one from The Boys. That's the one piece that I think of that comes to mind, but just really talented as well. So Renz, appreciate you tuning in to the show, man. Thank you so much for being here. Nick's Collectibles is in the house. Nick is here tonight. Hopefully not Niche, but what is up, dude? Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, bro. Shout out to him for putting together another Royal Rumble for 1/6 Wrestling. So if you guys haven't tuned in to 1/6 Wrestling in the past, Nick does a simulation of, it's called 1/6 Wrestling in like the WWE 2K game, and it's all of like the content creators and people in the community in the YouTube space in 1/6 collecting that are going to be a part of the Royal Rumble. Nick, you can mention the date in the chat. I think it's I want to say it's next Sunday. I forget the exact date, but I'm in the Rumble. There's a bunch of people in the Rumble. Really looking forward to it. It is a lot of fun if you haven't seen it. So go check out Nick's Collectibles YouTube channel, and definitely check out the Rumble because it is a blast. It is a lot of fun. And I really appreciate all the effort that he puts into that one because it's a blast. And I'm a wrestling fan, so it's just seeing myself in a wrestling game is just really cool. So we'll see what happens in the Rumble. We'll see. I'm very excited. Eclectic Collector is in the house. Hello, everyone. What is up? Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. Let's see who else we got in here. Miami's Nemesis. What's up? What is up, Chris? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you being here. I see the purple face. Yep. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Much love, much appreciated. Yeah, no doubt. You guys would make you guys should do some collab or something on your art. Yes, Nick is saying next Sunday for the Rumble. Definitely check that out. Sunday the 25th, y'all. Get ready to rumble. Yes, it is going to be a good time. So with that being said, let's get into it here. The first thing that I want to talk about. Ooh, we got one more popping in here. Christian Cooper in the house, as always. What up, bro? What is up, Christian? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you tuning in to the show. Let's see. First thing I want to talk about in transition is over here. I'm going to bring up, obviously everybody's already been talking about this, but whenever there's a Star Wars drop, you know I gotta say my piece on the Star Wars. So very, very excited for this one. C-3PO is finally here. Finally here. And I know we got the Attack of the Clones one, which is an awesome figure. I actually was gonna wait. I wasn't gonna get the Attack of the Clones one. And then actually shout out to Mike Pause Literist for actually hooking me up. He sent me a message on Instagram and he said, hey, Sideshow, there's a 3PO on Sideshow Seconds. And I had some rewards at the time too, so I actually got like a pretty good deal on Attack of the Clones 3PO. Definitely surprised me. It's actually so I hadn't had an Iron Man at that time yet. That was my first die-cast figure that I actually pretty much the first die-cast figure that I ever felt in hand. So yeah, Attack of the Clones 3PO, an awesome figure. Definitely recommend it if you're a prequel fan. But I feel like for me, the OT to me, even though I grew up I saw the original trilogy first actually before I saw the prequels, but then the first movie I saw in theaters was The Phantom Menace. So I actually grew up seeing the prequels in theaters. So those are obviously very, near and dear to me, but the OT is always going to be the GOAT. And this C-3PO to me is if you're a Star Wars fan, it's really, I don't know, I guess unless you're really limited in your ability to collect, or you got to be really, really selective. C-3PO is one of the greatest, one of the best representations of what Star Wars is, really, in my mind. Him and R2-D2, it's really hard to envision having a Star Wars collection for me personally without having 3PO and R2. And finally we get a definitive C-3PO with the golden armor. So really, really excited about this. Like I said, I know there's a lot of other people who are too, and I know a lot of people have also been waiting for this. A lot of other collectors have the Sideshow version as a stand-in, kind of just waiting for Hot Toys to finally come out with one, and they finally have done it, and it's been released. So we'll talk about it. But first of all, I just want to say hello to my good friend Collector Joey is in the house. Hello, Joey. How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. Yes, Bocchi's saying one of the most essential Star Wars characters to have in the display. 100%. 100%. Let's go through some of the pictures here. So I think just right off the bat, I mean, he looks awesome. He looks awesome. And really, this is pretty much a repaint of the Attack of the Clones version, which is fine. It's if this is like the Attack of the Clones version, I'm 100% on board with this because the figure is awesome. It's got some limited mobility and articulation, but then again, you don't really need it for this figure because 3PO doesn't really do a lot anyways as far as his maneuverability and posability goes, like in the movies. So all the looks you want to capture, you can pretty much capture it with this figure. I don't see anybody having a problem with that. I do think it's really, this is not like a look that I'm going to end up doing with Salacious B. Crumb pulling out the eyeball, but nevertheless, it's really cool. I do like the fact we're getting a Salacious Crumb with this figure. I think that's a really cool addition. Before I go any further, I just want to say hello to my friend Daniel Brancato, who's in the house. Hello everyone. What is up, dude? Another channel member. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. But yeah, so getting Salacious Crumb, definitely a really cool addition, and he's got, I'm pretty sure, some articulation. He looks good. He looks good. But this right here, I mean, this is what I feel like you gotta want as a Star Wars collector, finally getting these two together. And I currently have the Attack of the Clones R2 paired with the Attack of the Clones 3PO, and it's going to be tough for me to like not pick up another R2 because I really want one for my OT display, but also I really prefer the Attack of the Clones look. Like the Attack of the Clones look for me, as far as R2 goes, there's something about the droids having weathering, and like this version, like with all these little weathery bits, I feel like this is just the best version for me personally that I like. Like I don't really see R2 as being this really, really clean droid all the time. They're riding on different surfaces and on the ground, like they're going to get dirty. So this for me is like the kind of R2 that I want. 3PO has like this nice kind of weathering a little bit in here too within his armor. I think it's kind of just gives it like a little bit, instead of him being just pure shine, I really like the fact that they have this little bit of weathering. You guys can let me know what you think, even in this picture. So this is the same Attack of the Clones R2. Even in this picture, like I feel like this level of weathering just looks perfect rather than this just being really, really clean. This is just a great photo. But you guys can let me know in the chat what you think about the weathering. Do you prefer it be like completely clean for 3PO and R2 as well? Like you guys can let me know your thoughts on that. How you figure saying, feel like I may need this one. Really wanted to collect Return of the Jedi since I'm getting the Vader this year. Yeah. This is like, I feel like if you like Star Wars, like I said, this would be a really, really difficult one to pass up. Batman Collectibles is in the house. What is up? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. I don't even collect Star Wars, but if I wanted 1 to 2 pieces to symbolize Star Wars, it has to be 3PO and R2. Exactly. This is exactly what I mean. Like these two, having both of them for sure. If you want to like, yeah, they're like, everybody knows if you have 3PO and R2 that like what that means, right? Like everybody's going to recognize that as Star Wars. So I definitely agree. Let's see, let's get to some other pictures here. So again, like Salacious Crumb, I'm never going to display it like that, but nevertheless, it's still pretty cool that we get him as an addition. I don't know what I'm going to do with that figure. But we'll find out. I think it's still cool that we get him added in. And maybe, I don't know, like it's interesting they're giving us Salacious Crumb, and then like that makes me think of like, where is Jabba? Because like then you're starting to hint at stuff for Jabba's palace. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see. And Austin Nicholas is in the house saying Steve in that exact voice. What is up, bro? Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. We're talking about C-3PO. Really appreciate you tuning in, bro. Let's see here. So yeah, like just this look, it just looks really good. All these shots that they're doing with R2, like I said, I have the Attack of the Clones R2. Looks really good standing next to the Attack of the Clones C-3PO. They just go really well together. It's going to be difficult for me to not pick up another R2. I don't know because I'm going to want one of these on the, like I'm going to want another R2 on the OT shelf. I feel like now that 3PO is finally coming home, we shall see. That was the exact voice I used as I typed it. Yes, Steve. Let's see. Fig Geeks is in the house, gentlemen. Cheers, bro. Thank you so much for tuning into the show, man. Really appreciate it. Always good to see you here. Steven with a V is here as well. Thank you so much. I know that it's tough for you sometimes to get into the shows, but really appreciate you stopping by. Glad to have you here, man. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what else some of these pictures. I didn't look like at these pictures. I kind of went through them pretty quickly. I didn't really look at them in too much detail here. But again, just like this pose here with just this, just simple 3PO and R2 next to each other. Like this is all you need right here. It's a cool pose. Looks like he's got some finger articulation here too. The arms actually, like, it's kind of interesting how the arms articulate. It's got like these like kind of like, I don't want to say pistons. I don't really know what they are 100%, but they kind of like move as you move the arms. You got to be careful with them. But the arms actually have like, yeah, a decent amount of articulation here. So this looks cool. Him sitting on this like little pillow. This looks really cool for this stand. Like yeah, this looks like having him on this stand is actually pretty cool. Even though it's designed for 3PO. But yeah, this is cool. So you can see like the little you can see he definitely has some arm articulation and some head articulation too. That looks like it's hidden by this little neck piece that he has on here too. So you can kind of see like the swivel. I think that's cool. I think that's cool that they gave him like some articulation, and his paint actually looks pretty good too in here, in the face, and like he's got some good detail in his skin. Like, look, you can see the wrinkles in here on his body. Like, I feel like that's they put in some detail. It looks like his legs articulate too. I can't really tell from this picture to this one, but I'm gonna guess his legs also articulate based on kind of the earlier pictures that we saw. There you go. So his legs definitely articulate based on this position versus this position. And again, look at this like really cool detail in his body. I think that's cool. Also, does his mouth stay open? It looks like it stays open. I think it just stays open here. But nevertheless, Salacious Crumb, cool addition to this one. This just looks so good. Again, they're kind of showing it like on this, yeah, like with this background on the sand and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. This is really cool having them, it looks like inside the Falcon here. Again, you can like the rust, kind of get like this like little bit of rust color in here on his armor. I just think it looks good. As far as, like I said, there's a debate of like, do you want it really shiny? Do you want it to have some rusted color? Like this to me is like, I love how he has like these different shades of gold in here. And you can just see like, they kind of added like speckled, I don't know if you want to call it weathering, but just, I like what they did with this rather than just having it one complete normal color. I think that is a nice, you know, a nice change versus just having it just one straight up color. But this looks perfect, man. I really don't have any complaints about this figure. I think he looks great. This is really cool as well. Let's see here. Austin says, Steve, what are some other creatures from Star Wars you would want to see next? Oh, dude, I'd have to really think about that one. One that comes to mind, I would say probably, I really would like to see Watto. Watto would be really cool. It would be, I'm gonna have to think about this one. Like, I'm trying to think of what other creatures. I think I'm gonna have to think about it. Gamorrean guards would be awesome. Yeah, you mentioned Gamorrean guards. I feel like Gamorrean guards would be really cool. It would be really awesome if you want to. I feel like, yeah, creatures or like different species too. Like Gamorrean guards would be awesome. I feel like also we should get. It would be really nice to get a Greedo. Like I feel like you gotta have a Greedo at some point. That would be a really, really good one. Like also like a Ponda Baba in like Dr. Evazan would be cool. Like where you get some people that are actually in the canteen. Yeah, that's kind of what I would like to see. Also, like Twi'lek characters are always welcome. It'd be cool to get some more Twi'lek characters as well. I'm trying to think other creatures. I know like we're getting the dewback. That's honestly like the dewback is probably like the number one that I would want. Honestly, as far as creatures go. Funky Cold Santa saying, I think an Ewok 2-pack would sell. I think so too. I think getting a couple of like more Ewoks would be really cool as well. This is what I was just about to say, actually. A Cantina band would be awesome. Yeah, if they did Figure and Dan in the modal nodes, that would be very cool. If you want seven figures, it would be pricey, but I honestly, if they did a full-on Cantina band, I would get the whole thing. I absolutely would get the whole thing. It's funny, when I was selling all my Black Series, this was like the last set to go because I had all 7. I had 7 figures of the Cantina band, and I'm like, do I just keep these and have a little Black Series Cantina band set up? And I ended up getting rid of them. But that was one that I was tempted to keep. But yes. And we got the Jedi Knights watch in the house saying, hello, Sith Jedis. Everybody, do not remember the term Sith Jedis. Erase it from your memory. It's fake. Just ignore. But what up, Graham? Thank you so much for tuning in. He says C-3PO should be here this week. I'm pretty sure he got his from overseas, so I'm looking forward to his review on that if he's going to do one. Jealous you're getting yours before mine. But yes, I know you've been looking forward to having an actual, well, I know you had the Sideshow C-3PO, so if anybody's looking for a Sideshow one and wants it for a good price, hit up Graham. But I know you've been waiting for this Hot Toys one to replace that one, similar to what you did for your R2. So gotta be excited about that. Let me see here. Darren2501's in the house. What is up, Darren? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Do you think they will pull a Chrome Mando on this C-3PO? Interesting. Like, do I think they're gonna do a full-on Chrome a full-on version that's like much more shiny? I mean, this is the thing. It's like, now they did Attack of the Clones 3PO. So they did Attack of the Clones, and then they did Return of the Jedi. So now they have the body. So like, do I think this is the last time we see 3PO? It's probably not. It's probably not. Like, I could see them doing a Phantom Menace 3PO when he's got like when Anakin's first working on him and he's all wired up. Like, that would be a potential Phantom Menace 25th anniversary figure. Now that they got all the like the body down for him and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. But is this the last one? I don't know if they'll do a full-on clean Chrome version, but I do think that we see, based on how many they've done of R2D2, like, there's a big chance we're gonna get another 3PO. There's been like, what, 4? We got like the OTR2, the Force Awakens one, Attack of the Clones. Is there another one? I forget. Somebody can let me know in the chat. Let me see here. Yeah, Graham says he got his from Toys Buying Agent, shipped Friday, but still says label created. Maybe it'll just show up at your house on tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know how to say this name. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Is it Defiodome too? More Jawas, maybe the egg from Mando. That would be cool to have the egg. I think that'd be cool if they did an off-world Jawa from the Mandalorian. I think that'd be dope. But hey, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Always good to see new names in here for sure. Tighter FL's in the house. What is up, bro? Thank you for being here. Is Chewbacca the next OT announcement? I don't know. I know a lot of people want this because like Han Solo was announced. Will they do another Chewbacca? I'm not putting it off the table, but also like, I really like the A New Hope Chewbacca that I have. Like from, I got mine with the Han and Chewie 2-pack. I don't really think they necessarily need another one, but I know people would be happy if they did one. I don't know if that's I would say, is that the next one, like taking this question literally, I think we'll see another OT announcement before we get a Chewbacca announcement. But is he coming? I think there's a potential when you bring out Han Solo. I'm gonna get to some of these other questions in the chat, or other comments in the chat. First time here, yes. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Like I said, always good to see new people in here, and always curious to get your thoughts as well. Let's see. Let's go through a few more photos here. So yeah, this is a good picture where you can kind of see this, like the little paint application and details on here with his, even up on his helmet, you can see it. But overall, love it. I love the look. This looks really good. I like what they did with the lighting in here. I like the base. I don't have a problem with the base. I know the one hard thing is, like, with this base is how it's going to stack with other figures. So like R2-D2, like the Attack of the Clones one didn't even come with the base. 3PO came with like a footprint sand base for Attack of the Clones. So I took another sand base and put it right next to, like right next to the 3PO one from another figure. So like I had to put a stand there. So him standing next to R2, I'm not going to want to put him on just like a standard base. I'm gonna have to get some type of base if I was to use this one with 3PO, either like a nice, or like a felt stand, or something. I don't know, but we'll see when the time comes. If I put him with another R2, how I'm going to get it to be level with this one. That's, I think, the one thing. Oh, we got a rear shot here. Looks good. Like I said, I like what they did with the paint application on here. Looks good. Another shot of Salacious B. Crumb. Looks good. This is cool. I like how they do this, like, yeah, how he looks with like these, like in this mini diorama. And here we have 3PO with Chewbacca on Endor, which, yeah, so this is definitely the Chewbacca from A New Hope. I'm almost positive it is. I'm gonna actually look at something real quick. The one thing is, I'm almost positive it is. The one thing I couldn't remember is, like, for his bowcaster, what color is the strap, but it's the same color. But yeah, this is definitely a New Hope Chewbacca, which I think looks really good. If you can get the fur right, I think it looks really good. But yeah, and then we get into some of these pictures. These are the photos that I really wanted to get to get me pretty excited. So this is really cool with the Endor, Leia, and Luke. I just wish we didn't have this side-eye head sculpt of Luke. I really want... The one figure I really want from Return of the Jedi, honestly, and I know we've gotten a lot of Lukes from Return of the Jedi, but I really want a Return of the Jedi definitive Luke Skywalker. I think that would be, like, probably the number one that I would want, is give us a definitive Return of the Jedi with the, you know, the little shirt flap. And I know you can do that with this Endor Luke. You can have him in multiple ways, but like it needs it, like this needs an update to have a definitive version Return of the Jedi Luke, which is my favorite. That's my favorite look for Luke, is the Return of the Jedi. That's what, like, I would really hope from the line, honestly. Like I said, I know we have a lot of Luke, but he's so important, and I think that would be the number one figure that I would want. But I digress. This picture, though, is amazing. This is so cool. This is where I say I'm probably going to need another R2, or I'm just going to have to put my R2 that I currently have with my original trilogy in the meantime, because this is amazing. This looks so good, and it also just like makes me think about how good some of these just OT, for how old some of these figures are. They just still look really good. This Han looks really good still. Granted, like, mine has like a kind of a loose body, and he's just an older figure. He's got like a couple things. The boots aren't great. They like notoriously just like shrivel up in the back, no matter really what you do, unless you put like a piece of cotton or something in there. But nevertheless, this looks really good, and I'm 100% stealing this Luke pose this weekend. Actually, I still need to do that. Actually, I'll probably do it tomorrow because I'm off, but I'm going to do this pose with Luke. I do not know, for some reason, this figure, like the pose that I wanted to do with it, I had no clue. So I have him, like, you know, holding the lightsaber, looking at it, you know, and he finally sees the lightsaber. Oh, when Obi-Wan gives it to him. But this one looks really cool. I also kind of have Leia in a similar pose as this, but the hood's not up, and I really like this look with her hood up. So this is like, actually, this photo made me think about these other figures. And of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the GOAT. The greatest of all time in Star Wars, this man right here. Let's go. Just an amazing figure, one I will never ever get rid of, no matter what they do. they come out with 3 new ones, I'm never ever getting rid of the goat himself. But 3PO looks great. This is a really awesome picture. Whoever decided to do this for this one, great choice. Great choice of photo, because this one gets me really hyped to get 3PO in. So let me get back to some comments here. Okay. How you figure says, what other Return of the Jedi 40th do you think they announced, or was Han the last one for a bit? So I honestly think Return of the Jedi 40th could be done potentially, because Han technically wasn't a Return of the Jedi 40th release. He's just a standard Star Wars release. But I do think we're going to get another, potentially 1 or 2 more, just like either OT or like Endor style figures. What are we going to get? I don't know. I Chewie potentially is a possibility. I could also see them doing a reissue of, one of the older, like an Ewok or Leia, or like I said, the one I really wish they would just do a definitive Return of the Jedi Luke. That's the one that, like, that's the one that's just kind of, it seemed like for me that was more of just like a no-brainer, but for them to do that one, but you never know. Like with Empire Strikes Back, like they released a Boba Fett, they released a Darth Vader, like a 40th Darth Vader. It's just kind of weird they didn't do a Luke, but we'll see. It could happen. The evil empire is growing. Yes, it is. I'll be comparing the Hot Toys version to Sideshow, says Jedi. Curious to see the differences. Me too. I'd be curious to see like kind of what you think when you get the diecast 3PO compared to the Sideshow version. That's going to be interesting for sure. Good old Spots just saying, I wonder if the nameplate is removable so you can stick someone else on there like Yoda. Let me look. Let me go back to the base here real quick. I would think, actually, I don't know. This is actually a really good question, because the Bespin Luke that just came out, I don't think the nameplate is removable, because usually like I try to pop them off if I use some of the bases, but I don't think his is. I think you have to like break it off. They're glued in place, I think, but so I don't know if this is going to be able to be taken off. I would hope so, in case you want to do like some type of cool thing with this base. Otherwise, oh, excuse me, but I don't know. Good question. Yeah, that's 100% New Hope Chewie, says Spotchka. Save our grails. Yeah, save our grails. Agreed. Yeah, 2.0 Luke Endor would be dope. Would you rather have a 2.0 Luke from Return of the Jedi or Farm Boy Luke? I personally would rather have a 2.0 Luke from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, give me that. Give me a definitive end movie Luke Skywalker when he's fighting Darth Vader. Just that is the one that I want. Whoopsie. Yes, that's what I would say. Stephen Levy says having that set up on your shelf would be fire. Yes, I agree. This is just so cool looking. Big Baby Ray's in the house. What is up, Big Baby Ray? Thank you for tuning into the show. New Chewbacca. Yeah, there's a lot of people calling for it. A lot of people calling for it. Tide Airfell saying need that Han and Obi-Wan. Yes. No, yeah, I feel like gotta have those in the collection. Okay, Cold Sand, a new Chewie, that looks right. Yeah, I think a new Chewie is, like I said, like I'm fine with the A New Hope one, but I know there's a lot of people who don't have it, who would love to have a Chewie in their collection. These are all the collectors in the house. What is up, D-Lo? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Good to see you all here. We're finally getting a Force Ghost figure, calling it now. That would be interesting. I know, like, if they, honestly, a Force Ghost figure would be really cool if they can actually pull it off and not make it look cheap. If they could get the technology right to where it actually looks good, I would say do it. I would just hope they would do a good job. That one's would be, I feel like that's one of those ones that's easy to mess up. But yes, I agree. Mike is saying that picture is cool, but the frustrating thing about Hot Toys is having figures produced 10 years apart in the same setup. Yeah, technology advances and things don't look cohesive. Yeah, this is a good point of like, you get this, you know, you have all these figures and then you get one or two of them that are that maybe look better, or yeah, the technology changes, or you get like a better, just like a better look, the clothing is better, what have you. So you can tell a difference. You can tell like, oh, this is an old figure. Like you can definitely, I think the Han is a great figure, but you can definitely tell he's an older figure versus, you know, some of these other ones. I will say like Obi-Wan looks fine to me. Leia actually is just really good for how old this figure is. Luke could use an update. Again, you can kind of tell with his clothing and stuff like that that it's a dated figure. But yeah, I agree. It's you know, but then you got to make them all. And once you like 2.0 all of them, like this is the thing for me is I don't know if all of these could I get by with having these in my collection without any of them being 2.0'd. In this bit right here, I really don't think any of them need it, to be honest. I think they look fine. I don't really think they need, would they be better if they got updated? I mean, you could make them better, but I just don't feel like it's absolutely needed with these. I think these, you know, stand well enough on their own. That's what I would say about those. Good old Spot's just saying a Force Ghost figure would have to be constantly lit up. Yeah, it'd be really interesting. Like how would they do it? If they could do like an LED, if they could do an LED and make it look cool, but I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would look or look. D'Lo saying my bad. I jumped right into the conversation. What's up, everybody? What up, D'Lo? Everybody's saying what up to D'Lo. I would say an updated face sculpt for Farm Boy Luke would be good, but also you could probably do that without needing a whole new figure too. Like you could take one of the other Luke heads and maybe potentially swap it out. And all the hair pieces are interchangeable now on the Luke. So I don't know. But I think that's it. On the C-3PO. Looks really good. This was actually going to be my first 3PO, but like I said, Mike Paws Literus really gave me that a deal that was too good to pass up on Sideshow Seconds on the Attack of the Clones one. So I had to jump on it, and that's why I say it gets me excited. Gets me excited about getting this Return of the Jedi one. So I will be looking forward to it. Okay, next up. What do we got? Always good to see Star Wars. Always good to see a Star Wars figure get released. And now we got this guy. So we got, and this was if you've heard me talk about Spider-Man figures in the past. So, you know, when I started collecting, which is like a year and a half ago now, but when I started collecting, I wasn't really going to branch out much into other IPs. My plan was to kind of stick with Star Wars and maybe just be really selective on like some figures where I felt like I really had to have them because I was a really big fan, like Captain America. But then I started branching out, and then Spider-Man 2 came out, and I played the game, and I was like, damn, this is how they get you, apparently, because then I got, you know, the upgraded suit Miles, Advanced Suit 2.0 Peter Parker. I got Venom on pre-order. We'll see what happens else with this line, and we kind of knew like this was going to happen, right? Everybody said, okay, the VGM line for Spider-Man, like look what they did with the first Spider-Man game. They came out with all these different alt suits. They came out with a bunch of figures. I think this line, to be honest, based on like, I know the first game was big, but like this one was arguably like when it came out, I feel like had potentially more hype around it, especially because people knew you could play as both Miles and Peter. I could see them potentially doing more figures for this game than the first one, but we'll see. With that being said, it's going to be really hard to not get them all. This Peter is sick with this red and the black. This thing is badass. Like I always said, I don't love buying things based on the colorway or like something looking really good. So red's my favorite color. Red and black, this just looks so sick with these like red spider legs. I think, yeah, this is Just looks awesome. These black eyes look really cool. The poses that you can do with these spider legs are just crazy cool. Another thing is too, this looks really sick right here. Another thing about this figure is like, this body looks like, it looks like the advanced suit body, or the advanced suit 2.0 body. Another thing is this one has like, I don't know if these newly designed pincers are different compared to like the other ones that come with the advanced suit or the black suit, but this body, I want to get to it. This looks a lot like the advanced suit 2.0 body, and that body for that figure is, I don't know how you could do it better. Like, I think I said in my review of the advanced suit 2.0, like it literally looks like they pulled the figure straight out of the game. And this looks a lot like that. So this is probably going to be just a really good figure based on how the advanced suit 2.0 is. If this is anything like that, it's going to be a really good figure. Good old Spot just saying, I remember that time. Yeah, when I was just Star Wars. What a time. What a time. It didn't last long. Nick is saying this figure is incredible. Yeah, the body is perfect. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the advanced suit, it's really crazy that figure was limited, because I know a lot of people probably want that advanced suit 2.0, and it's like, I don't really have a lot of I only have a couple Spider-Man figures, but I'm glad that that's one that I have, because it is really awesome. And I got this comic Spider-Man. I've had nothing but problems. I've had to get 2 replacements because I keep getting replacement figures on the comic Spidey that have quality control issues. I've been having a lot of bad luck lately, but the comic Spidey has just like been a nightmare for me. But I digress. This thing looks sick. This thing looks sick with the red and the black. I did use this suit a little bit in the game, and I know there's some like more people are hyped about this because of the suit from the comics, which is great too. But it's gonna be this. To me, I love this. I love these lenses, and I also love these. I like the asymmetrical lines, like all throughout his mask and all throughout the suit. I think that's really cool. Mike says absolutely gorgeous figure. Yes, man. This is cool. Like this piece where the legs come out of. I think that actually looks pretty badass. Some of these poses that you can do with these legs though are crazy. The one tough thing about this is these legs take up a lot of space. I underestimated the amount that these legs take up when they're actually displayed. Like the Advanced Suit 2.0, I put those on and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have them displayed like this. And then I got a couple more figures that go in that case because I'm waiting on some more cases. I got a couple more figures that go in there, and then I'm like, yep, I gotta take the legs off because I didn't have room for them. Until I get my new cases, and then I can display them full force with the legs back on. But I don't know if I want. Also, I don't know if I want to. Like, I could see these. I would kind of almost rather display this figure with these legs on them. I would almost I like this red color. I'd almost rather do this than use my Advanced Suit 2.0 for the legs. Yeah, this black spider just looks so cool. Looks so good. Interchangeable eyepieces. These actually like kind of subtle changes, but I do think they look cool as well. Nick saying, fun fact, this suit is based off the original concept suit design that was designed for the Raimi movies. That is really cool. I think I saw, I forget, it might have been you actually who was talking about this in another show that I was watching, for maybe that you were commenting on YouTube. But yeah, I saw this comment too about this being the original concept suit. That would have been badass. That would have been really cool, because the suit is awesome. Big Baby Ray says, I'm a new collector, so the only Spider-Man on my radar right now is the Garfield 2.0. This video game figure is dope, but I'm waiting on 2.0s. This is the year. yeah, this is there's a lot of 2.0s, a lot of 2.0s coming out. Also, you have some time like to decide if you really want this figure. Like, I'm gonna think about it. The Spider-Man line is just, the video game line is really cool. And like, I was so into the games. Like, I kind of regret, it sucks that I wasn't collecting really at the time when the Spider-Man ones, like the first ones came out, because like That Bodega suit Miles is one that I really want. I love that look of him wearing the hoodie with the cat too. It comes with the cat. I think that's so cool, but the price of him now is, you know, he's pretty pricey, but that's one that I would love to get at some point. The classic suit Spider-Man from the game as well. I could see them potentially just doing like a re-release of that though for this game too. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of wish I would have had some from the original game too, but I don't really want to go backwards for those right now. So yeah, it's tough. Video game figures are super dope. Mike says it's tempting only because of how cool it looks. I'm trying to resist, but if I was a fan of the Superior comic run, he'd be a must-have. Yeah, that's where they get you, man. That's where I try my best to draw the line of like, it looks really cool, but I don't know, because then it's still in the game, and then you use the suit in the game, and it's really cool. So it's like you can rationalize and justify it. Fig Geek says this is a pickup for me. I'm a big fan of the comic Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, nice. Yep, this is based on the Superior Spider-Man from the comics, and it's supposed to be Doc Ock and Peter's body. Yeah, I remember like some comments of like, this isn't really Peter. But yeah, it's cool. Like the comic, like I know a little bit about that comic. It's definitely cool. Like that even makes it cooler how you have not only just this suit that he wears in the game, but also like it's a comic meaning, right? Ren's is saying, I like how the webbings are randomly placed. Yeah, more natural looking webs. Yeah, maybe that's it about this. Like, I also like that, how they have this asymmetrical web pattern. It does make it look more natural looking. I think that's it, where it's like, yeah, it doesn't look like they're not perfectly straight. It actually has like this, yeah, it gives it more of like that natural web look. That's a really, really nice way to put it. I couldn't quite like put a finger on it as far as like why this design looked cool, but yeah, I agree. How you figure, awesome figure, but holding off to get my first Spider-Man figure. Wonder what it'll be. I wonder what your first Spider-Man figure will be. You have to let me know. But yeah, this is cool. You get all these like new webs again. Very cool. It comes with a ton of stuff. Just yeah, this is gonna be one that's exciting. I don't know about you guys, but like for you guys in the chat who played the other that played Spider-Man 2, are there any figures you think are actually going to come from this game? Like, are there any other ones that you think are going to be released, I should say? Maybe not alt suits, but do you feel like there's any other ones that are going to potentially be released here? Whoops. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. You guys can let me know. I'm going to pull something up here because I want to just chat about one more thing, but maybe like what other figures are going to come from this game? Like, are we going to get a Craven? I don't know. I'm curious to see like what your guys' thoughts are. And there's one thing I'm going to pull up, but if you guys have any comments on that, let me see if I can pull this up. I want to pull up this thing from Joey because we're going to talk about that next. But yeah, let's finish up with Spider-Man here. Yeah, Mike's saying anti-venom probably. I feel like he was such a big part of the game. Yeah, I could see this being this would be a really cool suit actually as well. Like the colorway of this would be really cool. The web pattern is an artist's dream. Doesn't have to fret over getting a pattern exactly right in every panel. Dude, this is my dream as a collector to have something like this, so you don't like, I'm always looking for the symmetry and stuff. I really need to just stop being so picky about that. But yeah, this is like, you don't have to really worry too much about that. The Geek saying this feels like a consolation prize for those of us that couldn't get the Advanced Suit 2.0. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully the prices don't like, I know he hasn't been going for too crazy over retail. He was initially, but it seems like it's been dropping down. So hopefully maybe he'll keep dropping a little bit. But yeah, great figure. If you can get it at a decent price, highly recommend Advanced Suit 2.0. How you figure saying it was going to be No Way Home Toby, but also looking at the recent comic book Spidey. I don't know, man. I'm overthinking it for sure. Yeah, man. They all have their differences, you know, like it's hard to just pick for Spider-Man. Dude, there's so many Spider-Man figures. It's hard to just like, yeah, if you're going to pick one, talk to Nick Collectibles. I call him the Spidey God. Talk to him. He'll give you advice on what one to get. But that's the Spider-Man. He's really cool. I don't know if I'm going to get him yet. C-3PO 100% coming home. This one, I might wait a little bit. I don't know. It's really, yeah. Maybe. Because this, like I said, this black and red colorway. Nick's saying, I'm the Toby god. Yes, dude. Yes, that's true. Fix black hashtag fix black suit Toby. I see you putting it on every. I try to like it when I can, but I see you putting it on all the Hot Toys posts. I love it. I laugh every time I see it. Fix black suit Toby. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this figure. I'm excited to see what else they reveal for the game. This wasn't really one that I expected, like compared to like other ones that they could release. I didn't really expect this one to come, but nevertheless, really cool. Oh, sorry, keep yawning. It's been a long week, so I apologize for my yawns. But yeah, figure looks really cool. Interested to see what else they do for the game. I'm glad they haven't forgotten about the game. I hope they keep it coming. Now that the game just sold over 10 million copies, they got to capitalize. Hopefully they just keep bringing us stuff. With that being said, the last thing I wanted to kind of wrap up on, if this will load, it's just a white screen. Okay. So shout out to Collector Joey. Joey, I sent you a message earlier. I don't know if you replied. I said, can I use your release schedule photo on my stream tonight? And Austin replied instead and told me I could do it. So thank you, Austin. I appreciate it, bro. I want to talk a little bit about this because I want to just talk, a little bit about what figures I have in this release area here. There's a lot. Ren says, Nick always asks Toby or not Toby. That is a question every time he sees a custom Toby Spidey. Yeah, it cracks me up. It cracks me up seeing that stuff. So this is a lot. Like I'm looking at this and like this is this graphic always cracks me up because this graphic for some reason every time Joey releases it stirs the pot, and there's always somebody who freaks out or people who freak out about this one because yeah, I don't know like it's just funny when I see all the comments about this. Like whenever one of these comes out, it just like causes a miniature chaos for some reason. But these are all estimated to ship starting potentially this month. Obviously some of these are going to get pushed, and this is really nice because Joey put on here like waitlist full, waitlisted under some of these, whether or not they're still available. I really like that touch. I just noticed that, so shout out to you, Joey. But we have a lot of potentially shipping this month, and it looks like some of these are going to get pushed unless they get released here in the next couple of weeks. But these are release windows. They could start to come out this month though, so any of these are fair game to still potentially be released this month. And we got breaking news that Black Adam just released. Oh sweet, now I got to stream longer tonight. Let's go. Let's pull them up. So there you go. There you have it, guys. Black Adam, which on here, February to June. Okay, these two down here. Okay, just fun fact, I have not seen the movie. Okay. Oh, there he is. There he is. Well, let's pull him up. Let's pull up Black Adam. So this picture looks pretty cool. This picture actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna give you my thoughts right off the bat. Like I said, have not seen the movie. I have not seen the movie. We're gonna go back to the list. But let's talk about this because it just released. So let's do my like breaking news release segment. Nick is about to leave his comment. Do it. I need to see it. Somebody's angry. Here. Why can't I see any comments on here? Oh, somebody's angry. That's really weird. It won't let me see any comments. Let me refresh. Let me refresh real quick. Let me see if I can see all comments. If you can smell that the black suit Toby needs, fix it. Oh, that's good, dude. There you go. There you go. You get a live reaction from me as the comment was just posted. I love it, dude. I love it. Let's take a look here at these photos. Oh, that's good. That's good. What's up, Brad? Thank you for tuning into the show, man. Still considering Clone Wars Obi-Wan. We're gonna bounce back to the graphic. I want to talk about hot off the press Black Adam here real quick. This sculpt actually looks pretty good. This likeness looks pretty good here. I don't remember what the prototype looked like. The eyes are, it's there, like the likeness is there. It's kind of hard to capture this look, I feel like with the raised eyebrow. That looks pretty good. I think the likeness is there. I think the sculpt is, I think the sculpt of The Rock is actually pretty good. They got his ear right. I feel like that actually looks right. But I feel like the sculpt of The Rock actually looks pretty good. This looks pretty good too. This looks kind of, this picture, this looks like the lighting is really harsh to me personally. So I'm just giving you my quick hitting thoughts on these photos. I think the outfit looks cool. I think it's got good detail in here. Outfit looks fine. This is a little harsh with the lighting on his face. Right here, much better. Much better right here. With this lighting, look at the difference. And this has been kind of the problem for me with, like, more recently, it seems like too, with these figures that are coming out, you know, like there was like Catwoman and there was Padme and there was just everything of these figures that are coming out, and the blogger photos just have some really harsh lighting on them. And like, look at the features of his head on this one and just a look, and then look at this. Like this just looks, and one, his eyes are in a little bit different position here because I'm pretty sure this has rolling eyes. So the eyes are rolled a little bit more to his left. The lighting is a little bit more soft and subtle because he's got his hood up. So this picture to me looks a lot better than this picture here, because look at all the whites. They're just really oversaturated to me. And I'm not like a professional photographer or anything, but the lighting is just way too harsh in this photo for me compared to this. This looks really good. The lighting, the tone of the lighting, this looks really good to me. Like this is badass. This is actually a pretty badass picture right here. Nick, you can probably speak more to the lighting, but I feel like I'm on the right track because you can just tell it's kind of like common sense when you're looking at the photos and how some of these look. But yeah, the blogger photos lately have had pretty bad lighting for some reason. They need to hire Nick. Hashtag hire Nick. How are you figure saying this figure looks pretty good, man? I'm not gonna lie. Hood cape is a definitive look. Yeah, was this movie good? I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I need to watch it. I do want to watch it. Ren's is saying the sculpt looks better, I think. Yeah. This picture looks pretty good. Let's keep going. This one looks pretty good too. I think this is actually looks pretty good for his likeness right here. I think that looks good. This is really nice. It's hard to tell, like, does anybody know what is this, like a pleather? This suit material? This is really nice though. I really like all these little intricate details in the suit. I feel like this is really dope. Tremble Dust is in the house. What is up? Thank you for tuning into the show. You must watch yourself to truly judge. Black Adam. Yes. I do need to watch. X-Man Supreme is in the house. What is up, bro? Thank you for tuning into the show as well. This figure looks great. I couldn't care less about it. Hashtag justice for Wong. That's funny. Story-wise, it's horrendous, but it's actually kind of a fun, bad movie. Oh, so it's one of those. Okay. Yeah, Nick saying it looks like the same material as the advanced suit. Okay, dope. This looks really good, though. I like all this intricate detail and design in the outfit. The lighting, or this lightning effect. I don't love how they just posed him in this and how this looks, but the sculpt is good. I actually think the sculpt looks pretty damn good here. Again, a bottom up photo, harsh lighting on his face. Look at this picture to me compared to this one. Like, this is a night and day difference on how the sculpt looks based on what they're doing with the angle of the photo and the lighting. Like, this doesn't look as good to me as this. But the suit, like I said, looks badass. Suit is really cool. Even here again, you can see the difference. Like, this looks like his facial features just aren't right. But then when you look at this looks much better here. So I feel like I've like evolved in how they do these blogger photos, or how I judge these blogger photos, because like now you can't even just look at all of them, or like you can't just like look at a couple and know at this point. You have to look at you have to judge like each like shot by shot at this point. That's kind of how I feel. Let's see here. Yeah, I agreed about Sculpt, but I don't trust blogger pics. Yeah, that's pretty much like the general consensus now, is like wait until all these people get it in hand a couple days after release or whatever, and then look at those photos or quick unboxing videos or what have you, because you know they've been looking better. They've been looking better recently. The sculpts look great. Makes me want to get a custom WWE Rock. Dude, that would be dope. That would be really dope. If they ever do WWE figures, yeah, I'm screwed. Mike is saying it's like they crushed it with the Batman blogger shots and haven't given a crap since. Yeah, they did. They did really, really well with those. And Brad's saying head sculpt looks pretty good. Still not getting it. Yeah, I have no stock in this figure. Which I know some people are kind of like, well, if you don't like, you know, a lot of people are talking about this figure or whatever, but they're not going to get it. Yeah, I just like to, you know, just objectively look at these figures and kind of give my thoughts on it. And sometimes I feel like it's valuable having, you know, hearing the thoughts of somebody who's not really invested in the figure or doesn't really want to pick it up. I feel like it's good. It's good to hear, you know, both sides of it. So I do like the glyphs on suit, like on Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight is a great figure. The glyphs look really good on that figure. So I agree. Like that's a really, really nice feature and like design of having these built into the suit. I agree. Brick Artemis is in the house. Well. Good evening, all. What is up, Brick? Thank you for tuning into the show, bro. Always good to see you in here. X-Man says the low angle shot looks like he just walked out of the runway and is staring down some jabroni in the ring. Yes, dude. Yes. This one looks pretty good too. Trumble Dust says MRC seems to be the definitive first look source right now. Yeah, he's doing just, yeah, I would agree. Like he's one that I've been looking at too when stuff comes out. It seems like that's kind of the general consensus too in the community of, you know, collectors kind of saying like check out, or whenever something gets shared, I feel like it's his video or picture or something getting shared. Again, this looks really cool with little details in here. Traps could be bigger. Got to give the Rock his credit. Get these traps and these delts a little bit bigger. No, I'm just kidding. It looks fine. This looks pretty good. They actually did a pretty decent job with his traps. That's funny. Let's see here. Get a Cody and Roman figure to finish the story. Yes, please. I am very intrigued right now of what's going on in wrestling. You know, they kind of worked us by getting The Rock in the ring and saying, oh, Cody's not going to face Roman at WrestleMania. And now Cody is going to face Roman at WrestleMania. And now the High Chief is on Roman's side. But is he really? We'll have to see. Here's my wrestling tangent for the night. Finish the story. Yes. Brick says movie wasn't bad, but I'm just not invested in this DC much anymore, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this kind of like came towards the end of the DC, right? And a lot of people didn't really like the movie, and then it's like, oh, Superman's not coming back, so you know, a lot of people are yeah, I get what you're saying. If I was to get this figure, this is how, yeah, I really like this like hooded hooded cape look. I think this is badass. I don't really need the lightning effects though. This is pretty dope what they did with the lighting here with the lightning effects though. I think that looks cool. This is badass. This not for me. This look, like I said, this look is just not for me. And this is where it kind of sucks when you get these facial expressions. That's only one expression. Granted, like, yeah, they can't just give us like a bunch of different head sculpts for all these different moments, but this is head sculpt, just the expression just doesn't match the pose, right? This is that Brahma bowl right here. This is the Rock look right here. This is the fight me pose when he's in the ring. But I think this head sculpt looks pretty good right here. Kind of did they intentionally give this dude kind of like a half people's eyebrow? This is interesting. Looks like, yeah, they went like halfway. This could be a one-off figure, so I feel people that love the movie and the character have to be happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I think there's people that are going to get this figure for sure. And also, like, as a wrestling fan, it's kind of one that, like, yeah, it would be cool to have a representation of him in the collection. You know what I mean? Like, Casca Reeves is another one that I think of, you know, being a wrestling fan that I would like to pick up. Yeah, it's yeah, this angle not great, but still looks cool. This is badass, but like I said, with the hood and stuff, I think it's cool. But yeah, the lightning effects just don't really need. This is badass. Like, this is what I mean. Like, this hooded look looks really cool. I like this. I like this. You know, the design on here. Like I said, I haven't really seen the movie, but yeah, like this hooded cape looks cool, and this design, like the look of the character himself looks badass. Looks pretty cool. Mouth looks a little different in this. Are those like, is this like teeth? The rolling eyes are always nice to have rolling eyes. What? What is this picture right here? I'm sorry. This was just like, I'm not hating on the picture, but this is just funny. You can only see like 25% of his face. What is so like? Does this come with two sculpts? Because like he's got his mouth open right here. Does this come with two sculpts? Is there one that comes with? I know there's like two variations of this figure, right? Yeah. What the heck? Tremble Dust says only thing hopefully dye doesn't transfer to the head sculpt with the hood on. I hope it doesn't. I don't think it will with this type of material. I worry more about like the Jedi robe material, but this looks like it's not that type of material. This looks more of like a cotton or some type of like I don't want to say wool, but it's like a woven material. It doesn't look like you'd have to worry really about like any dye transfer or anything like that. So I don't know, but I would say probably not. He's shy. Yeah. Yeah, Jedi robes are like the ones I feel like really transfer the dye over. Like Ahsoka has, I don't know if you have like, if you collect Star Wars, like Mandalorian Ahsoka has like the gray thing that she wears. It hasn't transferred any dye onto her Leku on the one that I have, and I've had the hood up for a while. And Fig Geeks just became a member. Welcome to the Evil Empire, man. Thank you so much for taking the plunge and you know, showing that support for the channel and taking the next step. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. And with that, I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. Long live the Empire. Yes, let's go. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream, but if you join by the end of February, if you join the Evil Empire by the end of February, you're entered into a members only giveaway for $25 in store credit to Underground Figures. So you will be entered in. I'm going to be doing a stream at the beginning of March. So welcome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Everybody's spamming the emoji that you now have access to. Grail. Cage always loves saying one of us. Yes. But yeah, so thank you so much, bro. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Evil Empire. I still want to come up with a name for my channel members. I've been saying this for like probably a couple months now. I cannot think of like a good name. So anybody has a good name, let me know. But really appreciate the support. Cage says, evening, everyone. Just been lurking. Wrestling talking brought me out of my slumber. Yes, we're looking at The Rock. So had to talk about some wrestling. Yeah, these this looks good. This looks good. I think we're back at the start, right? I think we're back at the start. That's it. That's it. That's it. He looks good. He looks good. I think people are going to be, I think people are going to be happy. I do. I want to just go through a couple of these one more time. This is a look. If it were me buying this figure, and like, this is, I feel like it's always a good sign when people don't have interest in the figure and they're kind of like, oh, this looks badass. It's always a good sign, because I feel like the people who really like it then are probably going to be like, oh, damn, I'm really happy with how this turned out. You know, when you don't have stake in the figure and you're like, damn, this looks sick. Like this design right here, how this looks is badass. Like, this is what I put this in the category of figures that I want because they look cool. Like, I think this has a really cool look to fit into that category. And this is how I would display it right here. Yeah, I love this hood up look with the kind of this like draped cape. I think this looks badass. What base does he come with? That's like, does he come with this rock base? I'm sorry, I'm skipping. Oh, so he must, oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about as far as a base goes. This is badass right here. I didn't notice this in the photos. I completely skipped that, but this is a badass base. This is what they need to do more of in some of these other, you know, some of these other releases. It's crazy. But this is badass, man. I really like that. I really like that. And fun fact too, like I just, so he gets like, yeah, so he gets this one, and then also you can get, yeah, I see now. I get it. You can like, he's like sitting on it. Yeah. Yeah. This base is super dope. And like, it's funny because like I had displayed, I was really picky about bases. I didn't want to really display anything with my bases, only like ones that I really, really liked that I thought were good. And then I was looking at my collection and I'm like, I did some revamping because I had to make room for like the jazzing Batmobile. So I revamped this whole set, everything I revamped pretty much, but mainly like this whole section got really changed up. And I was looking at my figures and I'm like, damn, I just don't really like how this looks right now with some of them having bases and not. So I took the plunge and put all of the bases that I have on all my figures. So I had to go up into my closet, into like the storage closet, and get like, I forget how many bases it was. It was like 40 out of boxes. So I had to open 40 figure boxes and get all these bases out. So now all my figures have their bases on them. Fun fact, I did that. I forget, it was that last weekend. It took me like a couple hours. It was fun. It was a fun time. So I got all my bases out. But anyways, this base is badass. I don't know how I didn't notice this when I was going through these photos, but that thing is sick. I really like that. I don't think there's really anything else that I missed. Yeah, 40. Yeah. Yes. There was like over, or probably, yeah, a little under half my figures. I think I didn't have the bases out. I don't know. I just ended up taking them all out, but yes. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun afternoon. I had to break it up into different times, but nevertheless, okay, I'm just going through this quick, but yeah, that like rock throne base is badass. Okay, that's it on Black Adam. Cool looking figure. I feel like if is anybody in the chat getting this? Anybody at all? Yeah, it's sick. I don't know anybody who's getting this figure, which isn't necessarily, I mean, like, that's not a bad thing. I think if you like the character and it's cool, I think it's awesome. Like, I can see the appeal. I can see why people want to get this. It looks badass, man. And this is, yeah, this look, now that I saw the base, damn, sick. If they make Cody Rhodes, I'll buy this. Dude, Cody would be a sick figure, man. If they did wrestling, like, probably the one wrestling I'd want, the one wrestling figure I'd want is probably, I probably would want Stone Cold. Probably Stone Cold and then the Hardy Boys. Those are probably the ones that I would want. But yeah. Rick says, wish I had off tomorrow. Damn, yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Federal holiday, baby. Federal holiday. Let's go. Pass for me missing the tequila. Yep. For the moment, not I. Only have room for 89 bats, Supergirl, and Batfleck at the moment. Dude, nice lineup, man. Nice lineup. No, bro. Brood Edge, says Cage. Yes, dude. Give me a Brood Edge. Nick says Triple H for me, dude. No doubt. Give me just, there's so many Attitude Era figures I would want. Stone Cold for sure, says Brad. Yeah, man. Dude, Stone Cold would be dope. I always see that Sideshow, the statue on Sideshow. That's Stone Cold, like holding up both of his arms. And I'm like, damn. If they made 1/6 wrestling figures, I would, damn, be really dope. I digress. That's it for Black Adam. Pretty cool. Got a release. And everyone kind of knew this one was already coming because there were like leaked photos or whatever of the boxes. So we kind of knew this was coming. It was just a matter of when they were going to drop it. But cool. They dropped it tonight, which is interesting. A Sunday night. Interesting. Dilo says Undertaker all day. Dude, Undertaker would be so badass. He would be really cool if they did like a rooted hair. If they did like a rooted hair for him, that would be badass, where he's like bent down with the hat on and then you just see all of his hair coming down like on his sides, like with the, oh man, with the eyes rolled back. Oh man, come on. A Mankind with Sacco. This is how you figure, dude. 100%. Undertaker with an urn. Yeah. Yes, that'd be dope for sure. Okay. Black Adam is done. Cool looking figure. I'm happy for the people who want to get this one. I cannot believe I was looking through these photos and I didn't even see this base. Maybe just because they blend it with the background and stuff, but that base is badass. Gonna take up a lot of space. There isn't a lot of room to stand on it. But badass. Make the 90s Nitro Girls. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is what I wanted to bring up, courtesy of Collector Joey, who always makes this. He usually makes one of these and kind of updates it every month. But thank you, Joey, for letting me use this. I asked him before stream, he never answered, but I'm sure it's fine. So this is like Joey makes this list, and then usually every month then he like adds figures to it or subtracts figures to it. Basically, like if they end up getting pushed and whatnot or delayed, he like adds them onto the next one. But there's a lot of figures on here that I'm getting. So you guys should like maybe let me know what you're getting from this list. But there is a lot of good stuff that's coming out like within the next few months here. So Black Adam, we can scratch off the list because he's here. And there's just some like really like, I feel like highly sought after ones on this list here that are coming out. The one that definitely I know a lot of people are looking forward to is Vader from Kenobi. I pre-ordered this a while. I pre-ordered this, I think, like right after they announced it. I've had that one up for pre-order for a while. But Vader, ones that I'm getting, Vader. I am going to get Mace. I didn't pre-order him, but I am going to get a Mace Windu. 100% I'm getting Mace Windu. I don't know why I didn't pre-order him. Which actually, I should look real quick. Ooh, yeah, he's still available on Underground Figures. I'm probably going to pre-order Mace Windu. Probably going to pre-order Mace Windu. And then I'm getting the Mark 6. And then Anakin. Attack of the Clones Anakin, which looks excellent. Really good. Bane is one that... So I'm kind of like stuck right now because I need to get a Batman from The Dark Knight. I need to get a Bale Batman. I don't want to get a DX19, and I really do not want to have to be stuck, like forced to buy this upgraded DX19 that's behind the armory. But at the same time, the armory is really dope. And do I need the Power Pose figure of Christian Bale? Not necessarily, like of the Bruce Wayne, but it's actually like kind of like a unique, I feel like it'd be a unique figure to have, even though it's Power Pose. Like it's just a unique figure to have like in the collection, I guess. So I feel like that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know, because I want to get Bane, but if I get Bane, I have to have a Batman. So then I got to get the armory if I want to get, you know, that updated Batman. So we'll see about that. Deal says J&D Studios got you covered. Yeah, you know what? I think like if I'm gonna buy an armory, you know, instead of the Hot Toys one, I think I'm just gonna really the best thing I can do, I think, is I should just get the J&D one instead. I feel like that's a better one. It's a steal. I'm joking. Don't do that. Yeah, definitely am not doing that. Definitely am not doing that. But it's funny to joke about. And then of course, I'm passing on these two. Psych. Never. You already know. Both Obies are coming home, baby. Both Obi-Wans are coming home. Clone Wars, one of my favorite looks. Oh my God. This is one of the best looks for a Star Wars figure, honestly. This just like brings back so many memories of me watching Clone Wars. Yes, cannot wait. Said no one ever. Sneaker. Yeah, exactly. But some other ones I know people are really hyped about. Mantis. I know some people are super hyped about Mantis. And this red and blue suit Spider-Man. She-Hulk is actually, like, I know a lot of people didn't like the show, but this is actually a really cool figure. Shuri looks pretty cool too. I feel like Gore looks cool. But I'm glad, yeah. Then you got these Avatar figures. So there's like good spread. Lots of fun stuff coming out. Let's see. Christian Cooper says, I want that Bane. I want that Bane too, bro. Tremble says, watch Joey hits with a cease and desist using his chart. No, Joey loves me. Joey's a channel member and he loves me. He wouldn't do that to me. That's funny. Tremble also says, only have one on this Black Panther Shuri, so I'm good for now. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. How you figure saying, I can't wait for that Mace window. Yeah, this Mace is going to be an interesting one. For sure. Mace is going to be an interesting one because the head sculpt, I hope it just doesn't drop a lot in quality. Like, I hope that head sculpt hits. I really do. Yeah, just She-Hulk. X-Men says, yeah, just She-Hulk for me, but I still haven't gotten my Toby, so I'm waiting for that as well. Yeah, damn. Still waiting on Toby. But at least you'll get the upgraded mask. But She-Hulk, yeah, She-Hulk is a cool looking figure, I think. Batman Collectible says, as a Batman collector, I'm good this month. Only have Bane to buy. Nice. Yeah, that Bane is badass. I saw somebody mentioning The Witcher. Man, I really wish we could get a licensed Witcher. Please. Yeah, the She-Hulk protos look so good. They really do. That figure is cool. Let's see here. That's it. As far as figures I'm getting. So what do we have? We got ones that I'm for sure getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this list that I'm getting within the next whatever, February, March, April, May. So over the course of 4 months. So we'll see. We'll see what actually releases. We don't got that much time left yet. this is kind of crazy because February to June and Black Adam came out. So we'll see what else. We'll see what else. And it's crazy. This is what's kind of crazy is like you get these windows. So like February to June, but Black Adam's released. And then you have these other ones that are closer, like Vader, February to March. Obi-Wan. This Iron Man. February to March. Yeah, you're getting these like February to June releases. So maybe these windows truly are like, I mean, I guess it could really technically come out within that window, but it's interesting when we get, I guess when we get these windows that are, why are those windows so spread out, but then release them at the very beginning of the window? Like, I wonder what makes them push them out that far. And maybe Sideshow just does it because their goal is, well, we're going to have a huge window so that we don't have to mark it as delayed and therefore people can't get their NRDs back. I think that's probably part of it. That's why they have like these huge 6-month windows now. But yeah, that's it. Lots of great stuff coming out. Let's see. Tighter FL, I don't know if I brought this comment up already, but yeah, only Vader on that list, but the Attack of the Clones Anakin looks great. Yeah, 100%. I know a lot of people are excited about the Anakin. Gonna look really good with Padme. As a Batman collector, I paid shipping for it and am about to pay space for my Batwing. Damn. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Oh, that's really it. That's what I had to talk about. That's pretty much everything. It was nice to get a reveal midstream, or I guess a release rather, not a reveal, but a release midstream. Should check. I should check and see. I'm gonna go back and I should check and see what else is on here. But yeah, on a Sunday night, I don't know when the last like Sunday night one was. Pretty interesting. But hopefully that's a sign of like a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff coming out. Another thing that got, announced was like this Battle Damage Kamen Rider. I don't know much about that IP. I'm not even going to bring it up, but limited to 1,000 pieces only, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so we got 3PO. Really excited about that one, getting that one. Spider-Man, Superior Suit. Don't know if I'm going to do that. We'll see. Another thing is I'm still waiting on like some figures right now to ship. So I'm waiting on the Batman and Bat Signal to ship and Padme. So it's going to be, that's the part that's tough because like, it's weird. We get some other figures that like they come out and then like you end up getting them, or Sideshow ends up getting them really quick. And Batman came out in December and so many people are still waiting for that figure. It's crazy. It's just weird how it works. I think we're about to get it since Lunar New Year's is over. Yeah. Hopefully these figures start coming out. X-Men, damn, where did you order the Batman? I've had mine for weeks now from Sideshow. Yeah, so like Sideshow it's interesting. Sideshow is shipping out. It's weird how they've done the Batman. Like I know some people who have got them. So I ordered mine from Underground Figures, and Underground Figures gets their shipments from Sideshow, but usually they get their stuff from Sideshow quick. It's not in every case. It's not every single time they get it like super quick, like before everybody else. But it seems like for some reason, this time, like the Batman is just taking a while. I also don't know if like it's because I got like the Batman and the like Batman and Bat Signal version, like that SKU. I don't know if like, cause I don't know. Cause there's like these multiple, SKUs of the figure where there's a standard, there's a deluxe, and then there's deluxe with the Bat Signal. So I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully soon. It's okay. I just like have this Batmobile and Batcycle over here with no Batman. So I am very excited. Very excited for that. Brad says I got the Batcycle and Bat Signal. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, it was like that for me with Pop Culture when I was waiting for Peacemaker. They got theirs from Sideshow also. Yeah, they're like one of the last ones usually to get stuff, but Ray Underground figures is usually pretty quick. Usually it's shortly after. If Sideshow gets it, usually shortly after that. Like usually it's like a couple weeks after Sideshow starts sending out stuff that Underground gets it. But for this, like I said, sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it's just a little bit slower, and it's fine. I'm okay with waiting a little bit longer. I don't need day one stuff. I don't really need it right away. I'm fine with waiting a few weeks or whatever. Not too big of a deal for me. Darth Tamaris is in the house. What is up, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Sneaker, Django Fett or Clone Trump? Django Fett or Chrome Clone Trooper? 100% Django Fett. I'm not real big on the variant style figures. Like the clone or the Chrome Stormtrooper or the Chrome Clone Troopers. There's some other variations. I know there's like a gold Stormtrooper out there. There's a like the Chrome Death Trooper. I just like the black Chrome one. Just not. Those just aren't for me. So 100%. If you have to choose between Django Fett and a Chrome clone, I would go Django. Django's a dope figure. It's crazy to me he's going for just like such a cheap price, but I shouldn't say cheap, but yeah, you can easily get him below retail. So I would say Django. Yeah, that's an easy one for me personally. Yeah, the variations just the only variation I have is the animated Boba Fett, but holiday special one, like animated Boba Fett holiday special, I would consider different than like having like a clone. That's just, to me, the Chrome variations are just, the money would be better spent elsewhere for me personally. I'd rather have something either more screen accurate. There's so many troopers you can choose from. I would just put those closer to the bottom of my list. I don't know if I'll ever get like a Chrome clone trooper. Doc Bat is in the house. Sup, gents? What is up, Doc Bat? Thank you for tuning into the show. Always good to see you in here. Yeah, Django 100%. Dilo says Django or Lando. Ooh, man. This is kind of crazy. This is actually, I know I joke about Lando because I have not picked him up. But Django is not a good dude either. But I have Django in the collection. But also I got Django I bought a giant lot of figures. And that's how I got Django in my collection. So I don't know. This is tough. Django's a bad dude, working with Dooku. He's bad. Lando, the dude betrayed his friends. I don't know if I want to get going on this tonight. I don't know if I'm not gonna be able to sleep if I start talking about all the bad things Lando did. Dude betrayed his friends. Started out cheating in Sabak to win the Millennium Falcon, but Han found out. Literally just a cheater. Betrayed his friends, man. Keep saying betrayed his friends, but it's true. Yeah, Lando. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll get back to you on Wednesday when we stream next. I gotta think this one through. Both are bad dudes. Darth Tomorrow says, not to mention every clone that isn't in stock is going for crazy prices. Yeah, the clones that you could get. I'm trying to think of what clones are actually like. I know Clone Trooper Jesse is an okay price. If you want like a Coruscant Guard, like the red clones, those ones you can get for around, I think like 190, 200. Clone pilots actually have come down a little bit. I feel like I've seen clone pilots go from 230 to 250. I'm trying to think. The shinies are still like just the standard clones, which sucks that they didn't release a bunch of those. Like that should still be in stock in my opinion. It really bothers me that a standard clone trooper went waitlist and then they were just really, it was a lot harder to get. I don't even have one of those because it's just, yeah, it's crazy. But those ones are a little bit more expensive. Trying to think of another clone. Oh, Captain Rex is a really good one to get. even though I know they're coming out with another one that's like a phase 1 Rex. But if you wanted like a good choice, you can get Rex for like a really good price. You could get a 501st clone for a relatively decent price as well. So there's some other clones that you could get. Definitely over like a Chrome Trooper. X-Men says, well, yeah, there was never a Chrome Trooper anywhere in Star Wars. Answer the question. Oh, that's funny. Lando redeemed himself. Jango died a piece of shit. Oh my God. This is true that Lando somewhat redeemed himself. Somewhat. Should have never betrayed his friends though. I still don't trust him. Always just, he's a swindler and a smuggler, man. You can never trust him. The Clone Trooper looks so clean though. You can make believe it's some elite special or some shit. I don't know. I'm torn. Ultimately, price is a deciding factor. Yeah, I think this is tough. This is like where it's kind of tough, I feel like, in this hobby, because pricing is tough, because a Clone Trooper you could probably get for a better price, but is that truly the one that you would want? Like, or would it be worth it to you saving up a little bit more and getting one that you would like more and paying a little bit of a higher price, to where then you don't have to make believe it's some sort of elite specialist? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have to buy a figure and then also then tell yourself like it's something else. You know what I mean? Just to rationalize your purchase. So like, in the end, if you could get, to me personally, you could find a better value trooper than a Chrome Trooper. You could get a Shore Trooper. You could get a Stormtrooper squad leader or commander. This guy right here. This guy right here. This guy from Mando. Orange Pauldron. What other troopers you could get? You could get a Death Trooper. I feel like for a better. There's so many troopers you could get. My whole point is like Chrome Trooper. You could get so many other troopers that don't have to be clones that are better than the Chrome Trooper in my mind, for a lesser price. Actually, like, I feel like you could get this squad leader, or you get a Shore Trooper for like $130. Like, it's crazy. You get that squad leader for relatively cheap too. Nick says Anakin murdered children. Anakin damn sure did murder them kids. Let's see here. Oh, Hot Toys uploaded pictures of the Black Adam golden armor version now. Oh, let me see this. Uh-oh. All right, we're going back. Once I get through these photos or these comments, we're gonna go back again. Django's definitely the better value. He is the better value. He is 100% the better value. I get Django. Django's dope. Let me see. Of all the hills to die on, I will never let it die. The fact that I don't have a Lando, I was saying this on Wolfpack Wednesday, this is now part of my identity. I don't know if I can buy a Lando. I don't know what it's going to take at this point. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's bounce it back, because I wasn't going to, but let's bounce it back to this, because everyone is putting in these gifs of The Rock. This is funny, but let's take a look at this. Let me just see here real quick. I just want to see who was. Oh yeah, Stephen with the V. Thank you. I just wanted to say I appreciate you letting me know about the golden armor version being up. Yeah, Tremble Dust says the gold version doesn't look to have a hood. Interesting. If this is true. Okay, well, I will say this, like, this gold effect is actually, I feel like this is cooler. And this one has like a cape. So this cape is different as well. Oh, hold on. Nick left a comment on this one too. Okay. Yes, it doesn't matter what figure you release, you jabroni. Oh, I love love it. I love how you're a top fan too on here, which I mean, it's not that difficult to be, but I love how you're just a top fan. Every time I go on these, I see your comment, like the first one. Oh, I love it. So this is cool. I like how the cape looks, but that hooded look for the other one, I thought looked better. Son, we are sneaks. We don't own Lando figures. Damn right. Yeah, I like the other version better with the hood and like the design that he has kind of on the cape or like whatever that thing is that he's wearing. I feel like is cooler. Yeah, again, like the it's hard to get like these when you have like these expressions and they're going into like a flight pose or like a fighting pose. Just like a neutral expression like this, it's hard to get that right. The sculpt looks really good in these pictures though. Like this 100% captures the Rock. These two Black Adams are like the Office, me and the two. Yeah, it's the same picture. It's interesting that they do that. So this is a pretty cool photo. Like this really up close one. They got some really nice detailing in here, like in his skin, like these wrinkles, and like I will say that looks pretty damn good. And like you can see like his vein and stuff in his neck. You can see like there is this vein in his head right here. You can see the detail in here. The detail actually looks really good in this head sculpt. Black Adam. This is a cool picture that shows like the detail in his suit again, which I already kind of talked about. But Brian Wong is in the house. Hello, evil and all. Hitting that emoji, that strength emoji. Brian, what is up, man? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show here. I think that's it. So there aren't like a ton of photos for this one, and then. Yeah, so this one, I would say like I prefer this one. I prefer this one with the because I just prefer this look. I feel like this look is badass, man. Yeah, I think this is the like I said, the better look for me. But there's something about this look with the hood. I just feel like that's really cool compared to no hood. I mean, this looks good. Don't get me wrong, this looks good. And if you want to display it and like really showcase the head sculpt, I feel like this looks good. I love how people are putting these in here. But that's it. Don't want to spend too much time. That's relative to the same. They didn't really put up too many photos. Yeah, that's how they're gonna make some people buy the gold version, regular version for the hooded cape. Shake my head, bastards. Nick says, yeah, but that hood is gonna stay in his shiny, bald, smooth head. Do you think it will, Nick? I was saying like I don't know if this material is like is this a material that's gonna cause a stain? It seems like to me like this one maybe wouldn't. With like the actual how this material is, it seems like maybe it wouldn't. Maybe that's gonna depend like on your conditions too, like where you live. But just climate control your stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Toy Anxiety's gonna have a run on Black Adam hoods. Yeah, I'm sure people would want to buy them. I mean, you could also probably just get one. You could get one like just a custom one if you really wanted to as well. But yeah, like I said, I would go with this one with the hood. So that's it. Cool. He looks good. Like I said, he looks good. Black Adam. We'll see. Maybe next time I stream, we'll get another reveal. You could always wash it first. Yeah, I wash all my Jedi robes. I do wash all my Jedi robes. Definitely something that's worth doing. I feel like because I got some figures that actually had some stains on it, and I end up you can get the stains out. There's a way to do it out of like the skin and stuff, but it's a pain. And it's just, if you have never washed a Jedi robe, when you this material, I don't know about washing like this material in Black Adam. I haven't done that. I haven't had an outfit like that where I've washed it. But if you wash Jedi robes, when you see the amount of dye that comes out of those after you wash them, yeah, it's crazy. Then you'll want to wash all of them. I use 303 on my pleather? I don't. I personally don't use 303. I think the biggest thing, honestly, for me, when it comes to making sure that, and I feel like this is kind of like generally known, is don't let your figures be in direct sunlight. So I'm in a basement, so there's no sunlight. There's no sunlight. At least there's a couple windows where sun could get on my figures technically, but they're not. Yeah, I have part of it blocked off and stuff. So direct sunlight is one. That is just asking for your figures to get destroyed. And then the other thing is humidity, or it being just way too humid. So if you're in a room that has a lot of moisture and you don't have a dehumidifier, I would say getting a dehumidifier is in your collection room, having a dehumidifier is a must. So I have a dehumidifier in my basement that in the winter, I live in Wisconsin. So in the winter, the humidity is it's 35% humidity right now in my basement, but in the summer I keep it around 40 or 45. And that's been fine. I've never had any deteriorating pleather issues on any of my figures, but also I've only had figures for granted, I bought a lot of my figures used. I've only had figures for a year and a half. But I have some older figures too in here, like the Han Solo boots. They're still fine from A New Hope. That Chewbacca figure is pretty old too. You can get some flaking on his bandolier and stuff like that. No problems. Like I said, you just got to really make sure climate control. 303 is something that I know a lot of people use. I just personally don't. Could I? I probably could if I just going through all my figures and doing that is just, I don't really feel like I need to, but yeah, long-winded answer, but that's what I would say. Outside of 303, you could probably 303 your pleather, but then if you have if you're letting your figures hit sunlight and you have a really humid room, it's probably not going to save it. It's just gonna really mess up pleather. Boba Fettuccine is in the house saying, good evening all. What is up, boss? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show, getting at the tail end of the show here. Oh, okay. Wow. That went by pretty quick. Almost at the 2-hour mark. But yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one talking about a couple things. One thing that I forgot to mention, if you guys do shop at Underground Figures for the month of February, if you go to my Instagram and you can look at it down in the description of the video below too, but you can get $10 off in stock orders for the month of February if you just follow a couple steps. You just have to make an account, send an email and mention me, and then you'll get $10 off applied to an order. It has to be something in stock, and it has to be something that came out 2023 or before. So if you're looking to get any figures that came out in 2023 or earlier, get $10 off. Pretty easy. You should be able to find stuff at a good price. But I just wanted to mention that's ongoing. Hopefully I can keep it going month to month. And then, like I said, just want to mention this one more time because I know a lot of people came in later in the stream. I'm doing a giveaway on my channel. In the beginning of March, I'll be doing a members only giveaway. If you join the Evil Empire in the month of February, you're automatically entered in. And I'm doing a stream in March. You do not have to be present for the stream. You'll have 24 hours to claim it. But I'm going to be doing a wheel spin I'm going to put all the names in myself. I have an overlay in my streaming program. That's a wheel spin. So it'll be spin the wheel. There will be a winner, $25 in store credit to Underground Figures. So that'll be happening. If you want to join the Evil Empire, you will get automatic entry for $25. If you're outside the US, we'll figure something out. I think that's it. X-Men says, I've been looking for a multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange, but they don't have him at Underground. You could always reach out. You could always reach out and ask him if he can source more. There's always a possibility for that. You could always reach out and see if you can get another allocation. Sometimes he's able to do that. Like C-3PO sold out on his site, and I reached out to him and I said, hey, I thought I pre-ordered him. And I said, hey, do you have any more? Like, it looks like these are out, basically. Like, are any more of these available? And then what he did is he reached out to his contact and was able to get more. So I think 3PO, I think he has another allocation to 3PO up on the site. So I was able to get that pre-order. Yeah, you can do that. You can let him know I sent you too. And he'll hook you up. Just mention that Steve sent you. Yeah. So looking forward to doing another giveaway. I think that's it. We got Black Adam. We got Superior Suit Peter Parker. We got 3PO. That's it, you guys. Really appreciate you all tuning into the show. A couple things coming up on my channel. So tomorrow night, is How You Figure still in here? Where's How You Figure at? Tomorrow night, I am doing an episode of the Collector Tour at 7:45 p.m. Central. So same time as tonight. And I'm going to be bringing on How You Figure, who's smashing the strength emoji in the chat. A channel member, a newer collector in the community, and also new to YouTube. So guys, if you haven't, go check out How You Figure. I'm going to have him on tomorrow because I feel like, so the Collector Tour is a show that I do where this will be episode 18. Yes, hit that like button. Oh, please hit that like button. The Collector Tour is a show that I do where I basically have on other collectors in the 6 scale community, and kind of it's kind of like an interview style, but it's really low key and fun to do. But it's just kind of like gaining their insight into the hobby. So it's kind of more so, I always tell, like when I'm talking about the show, of like, we always talk about, you know, figures, and it's always fun to talk about figures in our collections and stuff, but this kind of gives other collectors and people a chance to kind of talk about how they navigate the hobby, how they became a collector, you know, not even collecting 6 scale, but like one of the first questions I always ask is, can you recall the moment that you knew you were going to be a collector? Like, how did you get into collecting? Not just 6 scale, but just life in general. What really made you feel like you were going to be a collector, you know? So a lot of it is just food for thought. It's it'll be a fun show, and I want to get Justin's perspective, How You Figure, because he's kind of a newer collector. He's been collecting since October. And he jumped right into YouTube like really recently. So go check out his stuff. He's already got some videos up. So I want to bring him on the show and kind of get his insight as a new collector right now, because I know there's some new collectors, but I feel like it's valuable to hear that perspective of somebody who's just jumping in and kind of like, what's their thought process? How are they navigating the hobby? How are they navigating the market right now and purchasing? You guys know I'm big on kind of like the market and how that stuff goes and trends. So I'm excited to have him on the show. He's super excited too, and he's honored to be on the show, he says. Oh man, you honor me, bro. But yes, excited to have him on the show. So like I said, that's going to be tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. Central. So you can hopefully you'll all be there and listen to us hang out on the show. And then a week from, well, I should say Wednesday, you can catch me on Wolfpack Wednesdays with the Jedi Knights Watch, D-Lo the Collector, and Brick Artemis over on Graham, the Jedi Knights Watch channel every Monday. I know a lot of you have already, a lot of people in the chat here are already, you know, I already know a lot of you guys come onto that show in the chat, which is awesome. We also started a Discord server, which is in the link below. If you guys want to join up with us, it's run by all 4 of us in the Wolfpack. I think we have like 35 members, maybe a little bit more right now, where we share all different stuff in the Discord. So we talk about kind of just general chat. So we're all in the chat talking to each other. We have like recent pickups. We have a photography section. We have a buy, sell, trade section. So it's just everything is in there. Recent drops. If there's any news, if people want to ask questions, a lot, you know, people have just kind of been asking questions. And then we all kind of answer questions and stuff. So it's just a way to interact more with the community, because some people had requested that. So we went ahead and made it for the Wolfpack. So you can, the link is in the description below as well, to join up on the Wolfpack Discord. It is a fun place to be. And then we'll do another Revenge of the Sixth episode soon. And I got some more content in the pipeline. Venom Collector says Discord link invite invalid. So here, hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Let me get you a new link here. Discord says it's updating. I'll get you a new link here and I'll pop it in the chat. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll probably just have to edit my Discord setting, or my Discord link. All right, Venom Collector, there you go. Thank you so much for tuning into the show, by the way. But there's a new Discord link. You can let me know if that one doesn't work. But I just dropped it into the chat, and I will update the description of the video as well. So yeah, come check out the Discord. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't had Discord, it's like a chat thing, but like it's really yeah, it's fun. A fun place to just hang out with us and kind of talk to all the Wolfpack, and we really love talking to all the community and, you know, talking to you guys in the chat. So it's just another way for you guys to interact with us. It's a lot of fun. So there's a new link that I just dropped. So hopefully you guys will join up and we'll chat in the Discord. Christian Cooper says room tour anytime soon will be sick. Yeah. So the next tour, I'll probably wait until I get my, like probably until these Q1 figures, come in. That's probably when I will, hold on 1 second. I gotta see here real quick. When these quarter one figures come in, that's probably when I will, when I'll do my next, collection tour. I'll probably end up doing like a room tour too, like my whole basement at some point. But yes, I would like to do a new collection tour at some point, because my stuff has really evolved, I feel like, since I did my last one, which was, I feel like in September, maybe. It's been a while, but yes, I will probably do something like that soon. Couple reviews. I'm still working on a couple reviews. I'm going to be doing a Jazzing 2022 Batmobile review. It's going to take a while, but I'm working on that. And then I'm going to do an upgraded suit Goblin review, I think, at some point. Unfortunately, I opened mine and it's got some issues, so I'm waiting on hopefully getting a replacement, which shouldn't be a problem. But I'll be putting that out. I got some other video ideas in the pipeline. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Got a lot of stuff going on, so really just trying to keep pumping out content. I had some personal stuff go on this past week, so wasn't really able to get too much stuff out, but that's just how it goes, and personal life stuff comes first. But happy to be back on and putting out consistent content for you guys. So really just something that I want to keep doing. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Like I said, please go check out How You Figure, and then I will be having him on the collector tour tomorrow for episode number 18. So hope to see you all there. Thank you, Brad, for saying great stream tonight. Always nice hanging out with all of you in the chat. How You Figure says awesome stream, man. Yeah, always nice. Really, like when I come on and do shows, it's really nice to have, like, I really like when my stuff is just is just chat driven. It's more fun for me to like interact with you guys and just not me just talking the whole time, but I really like pulling stuff from chat. So always appreciate you guys dropping messages in the chat, you know, while I'm streaming. So that's always a lot of fun. X-Men says, yeah, I'm on Discord. I have absolutely no idea how Discord works. On the sidebar, just go into Wolfpack chat. That's really all you need to know. All the sidebars inside of the Discord are different things. That's really the pretty much all you need to know. But it's relatively easy to use otherwise. Tremble Dust, thank you so much for tuning in. Take it easy, bro. With that being said, hope to see you all tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I got. Collect carefully, everyone.